That's me here. Day 4 is kind of moving. It's about 6 p.m. and I decided to cut my, you know, predictable already kind of way of working. I was just eating beautiful lunch of the Anarchist, consisting of lamb and you know, beautiful ingredients prepared by my wife. So thank you so much for supporting the Anarchist. When I think about what happens here so far, I have to say something like, give me a few minutes if you like, about the project. Divination is now at the end of the 4th day, and that means like I am halfway through the journey. I'm attaching dinner, guys, to watch me live. Okay. And halfway through the journey means I would like to confess what happens, what happened already, what's going on, why this project exists. It's being a big thing for me to spend almost a year thinking about what am I going to do for the project, but I use this project as a private filter to ask myself what I want to do with my art. As same as everyone else, I arrived to the point of line that it's hard to cross or define. Find myself lost in translations, and as you know, art could be anything, anywhere, and I can say, piece of art. And that doesn't make me really like kind of satisfied, because I'm a true believer, I'm fanatic, and I live for it. And that's why I had to slow down and rethink what art is. And you know, here in this tower, I'm finding that there is much more than I thought. I'm reliving day by day my own thoughts, starting from technology, as you see, addictions, screens. I spend days, CPU time. You know, some people calculate how much time they spend, some people don't, but believe me, we spend more than needed. And then, second day, also technology, how it involves my creativity, what it does to my own work. Am I enriched with, you know, Google and all kinds of PDFs, or am I slowed down and really kind of dispersed into this kind of nothingness that is on the other side of the screen? Second day was about realities. You have to work, make money, pay bills, you work, money, nah, no, like, okay, we agree. We are also happy, nice, beautiful, and to be wise is to work what you want to work. Third day, the issues about intellect, knowledge, stuff. I'm so excited to learn. Every time I learn something, I feel enriched. Next day, I feel impoverished, because I know that I don't know anything else but what I know, and kind of makes you feel sad. So it's a never-ending thing. Remember Socrates? And finally now, like not finally, but halfway through the day 4, which is the breaking point in between those 3 days that are kind of starting the project with the facing realities of this kind, and new realities coming after the rebellion, which is, you know, the reality of the inner self. So in 3 days I was addressing site, tweeting, drawing, making all kinds of things spontaneously. I didn't plan this journey here. It's not directed, it's not curated. Whatever came to mind, I just picked it up and did it. I wanted the freshness. I wanted the energy to to come through the works. The true kind of fear, unknown, all the stuff that I count are the core of art. And now, at the end of 4th day, when I'm kind of breaking up with reality, I'm looking forward to see what happens now when I step inside my space. So tomorrow, psychology, philosophy, accessing the intellectually and still using parts of the reasons and logics to think about the consciousness, subconsciousness, whatever we call those divisions. And after that, I would be interested to go deeper into mind, to think about what we lost as humans and what is left out there, kept as a secret between native people, between some people that care about histories. I'll be very interested to touch the bottom of consciousness, if we can call it, stuff. And the last day, day 7, I will dedicate to that completely unknown zone of the brain, whatever we call the spirit or soul or whatever you call it. I'll try to figure out what's inside. So as you know, I'm using this journey to test my own limits and boundaries. And it's interesting that I'm here alone on the tower, surrounded with these people that walk and watch up. I watch them. Sometimes I talk to some of them. Being private, public, exposing everything on the web, yet kind of thinking here in my head what is going on. I think that I discovered something already very, very important, and I can share with you. If you are not bored, you can click me out. That's fine. We can go for a coffee and talk. But I'm here kind of, trying to say it out loud, looking at me in the screen. So it kind of dialogue with myself. Really, what I learned that art is not the property of eyes and ears. It belongs to more senses and different levels of sensitivities. So you cannot call art a piece of paint, a pixel, pencil, or anything, sound. But art has to carry with it that inexplicable, that we feel. It's a romantic idea, but art is romantic and cannot live without being romantic and worthless and silly. So second thing is the position of the artist. The first thing I would like to say, okay, if it's not eye and ear, then it's immersive. Art is of immersive nature, meaning art is something that you can kind of transmit and reflect within all the senses. Think of this like entering into Gothic cathedral, or looking at the screen. When you look at the screen, you think you are there, but when you enter there, you are totally immersed and you feel the Gothic. You cannot feel Gothic on the screen or anywhere else. So the second thing is position of the artist. Where is the artist? Here on the tower, it's a perfect metaphor. I am nowhere. I'm not in the ground. I'm not in the sky. I'm not, I'm detached from the floor, from the ground. And this makes you feel a little bit better, think better, and you realize that the position of the artist is right there, right here, in between those, subscribed levels of living. Artists live in the edge, in the boundaries between the domains. like those beautiful people that do not recognize the boundaries of the countries, artists should not recognize the boundaries of any kind. And artists will live in this space that it's no man's land. And the most important thing for us is to remember that we are not neutral. Even though we live in that zone of non-declared, we are more than present. We are hyper present. We are super hyper present, but never neutral. Our job is to poke, provoke, to make both sides deeply think and make them aware of us. We are the sort that is kind of keep up. We are the sort of people that is endangered in these times when media is considered to be art, when everybody is playing with these beautiful new toys and trying to, you know, take advantage of the moment. But you know, if you think twice, there is much more to it. And that's why I feel I'm surrounded with very, very unhappy people down at below the tower. It's very sad to see them just walking by the tower, sometimes looking up, not knowing what's going on, not being engaged, not being interested, just walking from A to B, like just the fear, and that's it. So think about stuff, think about anything you want. I'm ready for a next step and see tomorrow what happens when I step behind this realm. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen last day. Kind of tomorrow and day after that, the subconsciousness is predictable, but when you leap into the void and you let all the bars of safety out, maybe I leap from the tower. It's not a bad idea. Keep up and keep coming back. Thank you for watching, and this is Confession by Vehicle, day 4, ending up. And probably the last confession will be coming last day, because I don't want to confess. It will take me like a couple decades to say whatever I think. So I'm leave you in suspensions to the tomorrow, and see you probably tonight with some couple, sporadic drawings if they come to mind. Have a lovely life.